Hey, good morning everybody. So welcome to the first Technique Tuesday. This is going to be a new series that I try out where these should be relatively short videos, but they kind of explain areas where I think there is a little bit more of a struggle. One thing I'd like to do with this series is make it a little more community driven. So what I'd like to do is in the comments, just leave the next thing you'd like to see. And you know, if you guys want to see that, like that comment, and on the most liked comment, that is a video I will be doing next week. So yeah, hope you guys find this helpful, and let's get started. So the topic that I'm going to be covering today is the first pass, and the first pass isn't particularly difficult, but there are some areas which are harder than others. So the cheeks, relatively easy. You just want to make sure you have a flat surface, so like I always say, puff the cheeks. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out my cheeks just real quick here. Alright, so one of the areas that I get a little bit of question on is right under the nose, and that's especially with like a slightly larger razor. This is an 8/8, so not the biggest blade I have, but for some people who are used to using 4/8, 5/8, even 6/8, jumping up to an 8/8 does present the question of like, how do I get under there, because they think that you know, there's not enough room to clear. So what I do is I basically follow the line of my nose, and then as I get down in, I roll the blade. So I'll do it right here, kind of at an angle so you can see. And that's it. So the rest of it's pretty easy. You just do kind of the same thing. I like to track all the way down into my chin. You can take smaller strokes if you'd like. The next area is going to be the chin. Soul patch area is pretty easy, but to me the chin presents the biggest challenge, as it has a very drastic change in angle. The jawline has the same thing, but for me, the way I shave, I kind of go down and then just do a slight roll so that my jawline is already shaved. Another trick you can do is to pull up and shave right here, like that. And as you can see, it got lower, so now the lather that's left over and the unshaved area is underneath my jawline, so you don't have to deal with that too. So the way you can attack the chin, kind of two ways. The way I like to do it is the roll, and it's slightly difficult, but to me it's once you get good at it, it becomes very easy, very smooth, and less of a risk of kind of cutting yourself. Because the other way you would do it is attack it in portions, so you would come down and then kind of adjust the angle as you're making your way down. I don't really like that because it's very, especially when you're starting out, easy to get that angle wrong and just put a flat blade straight into your chin. So I'm gonna go right here, show you the roll again. So right here, and as my angle changes, I'm rolling the razor. So I'm using my thumb as kind of a hinge right here. I do the same thing when I strop. I just kind of roll it in my thumb a little bit. So same movement right there. So one more time. Using your wrist is also helpful too. So that's the chin. The neck, you kind of want to do about the same thing just to a less extreme of your chin. So with the neck, the angle is at a slight downslope, at least my neck is. So if I were to keep the same angle the entire time, once I get towards the bottom of my neck, my blade is pretty open. So you're gonna have to just do I kind of need the mirror a little bit, but slight roll. The way that you can really tell when I'm changing angles is to watch the scales. The scales are a good indicator of when the angle is becoming more open or closed. The change on the neck, much more subtle, but it's still important that you do, as most people have a very sensitive neckline, and that is the angle, or that's the spot where it would be most open. So that can lead to irritation very easily. And then for me personally, the bottom of my neck grows upwards. So I just do a little upstroke right there. But yeah, that's it for the first pass. Like I said, not too many difficult areas. It's mostly gonna be right under the nose right there. Mostly if you got a larger blade. And then the chin and the neck, kind of. So thank you for watching. Hope you found that helpful. Hope you could learn something, and hope to catch you in the next one. See ya.